Happy Friday, everyone. Early. 4:50 right now. A little groggy, a little tired, a little bloated, but I slept like 8 hours last night, so I'm feeling good. You know, there's days when I'm like tired heading to the gym, and then there's days where I'm pumped up going to the gym. And on the days that I'm tired, I usually have incredible workouts. And on the days that I'm pumped up, sometimes I just have average workouts. You know, that's the way it goes sometimes. So you never really know what you're gonna get until you actually get to the gym. So get to the gym. You know, that is the bottom line. Like, it doesn't matter if the workout was good, if it was not good. Getting to the gym is the goal, always. I mean, it's definitely been like the last, ever since I really started to like film every single time I train, I've been working my ass off. So I've been working on a 2025 S5, Audi S5, replacing the whole strut tower assembly, which is a massive job. You know, the engine has to be removed, the whole front end, all the components against the firewall, like the brake booster, all the wiring harnesses, the control modules, and literally everything has to be removed. So I started it on Monday, and I just put the engine back in yesterday. Worked 12 hours yesterday, 12 hours on Tuesday, plus trained Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know, plus everything that we have going on at our house, which is like literally nonstop. Swimming, volleyball, kids. You know, plus taking care of my wife's mom. That is a huge task for my wife every day of the week. And, you know, there's only so much that I can help with, but we're in it. We're doing it. And I mean, if I only trained on the days that it was perfect, I would never fucking train. You know? I would probably train like Sunday morning, maybe. So regardless of what circumstances you have, you gotta get to the gym. You know, I definitely feel like, I mean, I guess the question is, yes, I go to the gym, train as a bodybuilder, but is that enough to keep my body healthy? Like, physically. Obviously, like, I'm going to look healthy, but as far as like my joints and my bones, is it gonna hold up for the next 50 years training the way I do? I mean, who knows? I definitely need to incorporate more cardio, because, you know, I literally go back and forth with it, where I go on like a couple week streak, but then I just stop, you know, because I'm not prepping anything. I'm not, you know, I have no competition goals right now, so I don't really need to do cardio, but it's good for your heart, which is also pretty important in life, so they say. I mean, that's what the doctors say. I mean, you know, you go to school for 15 years. they're the ones who know that cardio is good for your heart. Me, getting a good pump is good for my heart. That's how I look at it. So anyway, yeah, so I haven't not had a pre-workout meal in probably 5 years. Like, I never trained fasted, but today I was just like a little bloated, felt a little full already, even though I slept 8 hours. So I don't know why I feel that way, but I'm like, I'll just go to the gym without eating. But I just had 2 scoops of whey protein and a banana, mixed that shit up, drank that, drinking some coffee. And today we are training chest. Now, normally I would do chest and triceps. So today I think I'm going to do some shoulder work because my shoulders feel good. So I want to start getting back into training shoulders separately. Oh, so nice. You get on Route 1, there's not even a single car. Oh, except that one with one light. Get your headlights fixed, people. Yeah, so we're going to be training chest, triceps, and some shoulders. And so my goal was to do to keep all the sets at 12 reps. Try to get to maximum failure at 12 reps. Not like going beyond failure, but getting to 12 reps and failing instead of, because I do like to train chest heavier usually, but we're gonna try to stick to the way that I'm training my legs right now and just stick to that mindset while I'm doing chest and back and everything else. We'll see if we can just incorporate that, because my quads, like only my quads. I trained quads on Wednesday, and yesterday only my quads were sore. Like, not my hamstrings, nothing else was sore except my quads, which I'm separating my leg days with quads and hamstrings, so to actually be sore on my hamstrings after hamstring day and then only have sore quads after quad day, what the fuck, bro? That's the goal. Nick Walker knows what he's talking about. I can't lie. So, alright, we're approaching the dark. It's so dark now. We're only a couple days away from spooky month. It's October already. The summer has come and gone. And it's a little different this year. I was not in prep this summer. So I did keep myself pretty lean. Honestly, my goal, which I haven't accomplished yet clearly, is to get to 160 pounds before I start really ramping up food for a competition. Like, I want to cut down to 160 first and then slowly start incorporating more food slowly, because I don't want to stop. I woke up this morning at 172, which, considering all the food that I've been eating, is that's pretty damn good. Because I think on Monday or Tuesday, I literally woke up thinking I was going to be 180 pounds. I just felt like, ugh. And I stepped on the scale and I was 171. I'm like, what the fuck, man? That's good, obviously. Like, I don't want to be at 180 pounds right now. So, we're going to try to, I feel like a regular gym person now, where, when I feel lean, I want to eat more. And after I eat more, I want to feel lean. So I'm kind of like, I'm just floating around in the middle, which is not like a bad thing because I don't have any restrictions on what food I eat. Like, I can just eat. I eat 5 meals every single day. They're all protein-based meals. But if I want to eat rice or potatoes or sushi or pizza or burgers or whatever, like, I'm able to do that stuff. Especially on the weekends, it's nice to not be so, oh, sorry, I can't go there. Oh, can't do that, Because I did that all last year. It worked. My coach had me in the best possible spot for my show. And, I did well and I enjoyed it. And it's almost a whole year now. I competed at 150, I want to say 150 pounds. And considering it's a whole year later, and I'm basically back to like where I normally would be floating around, which is like 170, it's good, For any new competitors out there, like the binge eating after the show could probably lead to, like having a bad relationship with food, which, to some degree I probably do have a little, a little something there. But this is kind of the way it is when you eat the way that I eat, you know what I mean? Like, I don't go through the day eating like lunch and then dinner. You know what I mean? It's always 5 meals. Unless I wake up like super late on the weekend and I only eat 4, But that's the life. And it's not like I don't feel obligated to do it that way. I just enjoy doing it that way. And that's what works for me. And I like it. So that's what I do. Alright, so we're at the gym now. Stay tuned. So I was going to start with incline, but this is probably my favorite chest machine. So we're going to start here, work our way up to 12 rep max. 3 sets in, I have a good pump already, so those extra carbs come into use. Now we're gonna get incline press, 2 working sets. If you've never been to Ultraflex in Saugus, definitely come check it out, because this place literally has every machine, pretty much every piece of equipment that you would want to train any body part. So I'm loving it. We like try to keep my shoulders back. That's why I do the shimmying, right? I mean, really, what are you looking for when you're training? To push as much weight as possible and make the reps sloppier, or have less of them, or do less weight, better form, more reps. Too low.